As of today, around 16,500 crores sold from the first batch to last
जी
batch, of which 94.67% or 68% are sold in denomination of 1 crore value each. So who is
yes
buying it? Next question comes. So the backdoor linkage will be made between a political party and donor. The whole effort was being made to ensure that donors' name should not come, to ensure
right
opacity. Why they have told now State Bank of India to provide data.
okay
This I have been saying, if you go for Google search my name, I have been saying that this decision of Supreme Court of India of 2nd November, instead of telling Election Commission, they should have directly told the State Bank because they have the complete data. If
right
Election Commission asks the data from them in a sealed cover,
Hmm.
even they, when they give it to Supreme Court, they also don't know what is inside
right.
because the seal cover coming. The instruction given to double seal cover first thing.
Hello and welcome to The Wire. My name is Zishan Kaskar. Today, the Supreme Court of India gave a historic judgment by saying that the electoral bond scheme which was introduced by the Indian Parliament in 2017, the Supreme Court termed that scheme as unconstitutional. There are various aspects about this case and why the Supreme Court struck down. And to speak about it in detail, today we have with us Commodore Lokesh Batra of the Indian Navy 1967 batch. Uh, Commodore Batra retired from the Indian Navy in December 2002, and since then he has been a transparency campaigner. He feels that every information in this democracy should be transparent and has been actively advocating for transparency rights. In fact, he's known for his campaign to find out how much money was plumbed into the PM Cares Fund and so many other things. He has been actively working in the public sphere. Welcome, Commodore Batra, to the Wire. Today is a very special day for all of us, but
Thank
especially
you.
because you have been a front runner in for speaking against the electoral bond scheme. First of all, I want to ask, what was so fundamentally problematic about this scheme, sir?
Yeah. Let me start with that and thank you so much for Wire to invite me. The issue is that not the what was fundamentally wrong. I am not. I just want to know the information. You see, what is the RTI? Is that seek information from the government documents, and if you find there's something which bring reforms through the methods, and set the accountability for the government. And in RTI, we say "Mera paisa, mera hisa." Why we do is because the public money being spent for various public. Having said that, as far as electoral bond is concerned, when the in 2017 during the budget speech, Shri Arun Jaitley, now I would say late Arun Jaitley ji, when he started speaking and the first few words were, we want to bring a project to transparency, bringing a transparency. And it was like a rasgulla to us. I mean, so happy to us. But by time, I mean, rasgulla word you mean it was we became very happy that we want to go for transparency. It did not matter which government. However,
Yeah.
within few paragraphs, it came up
Mhm.
that this is a scheme coming up and that will be totally opaque. So transparency and opaqueness never goes together. So that
Right.
was a worrisome. And then we started filing what is this scheme about. But
Right.
most importantly, before I talk of electoral bond, I want to mention to you, it is the
Ji.
Finance Act 2017. There was an amendment carried out, which meant not only one, there was four in number acts related to our election. One is and the most dangerous was RBI
Yes.
amendment to RBI Act because they are the most powerful thing. Then we had an amendment to the Company Act where earlier position was that only 7.5% of profit for the 3 years you can donate, average of 3 years profit. Then they also amended the Representation of People Act.
Yes.
The last one was Income Tax Act. The whole effort was being made to ensure that donors' name should not come, to ensure
Right.
opacity. So during the process of initially, I started with Election Commission of India,
Ji.
started getting their files, and then file I found in May itself on 26th May 2017. They had sent a communication to Law Ministry Legislative Department. Now it all started. It's time consuming. It takes 30 days to get information, and I always ask for complete file documents rather than questionnaire.
Okay.
Once we got the document, it is not the end of it because that was a I mean, day of that date when I get it, past document. So every time you have to ask more documents after that day. So we kept getting, and same time when the
Yeah.
sale was going on, I
Hmm.
when sale was going on for every sale data, you have started asking for State Bank of India. State Bank of India has no
Okay.
hesitation. They're giving, except for they didn't want to give you the information regarding commission. See, commission is like
Okay.
service charges. They call it a commission charge for every sale because government has
Yeah.
said we will pay for that. That means
Yeah.
immediately after the State Bank of India finishes sales, say it was 24th, by 25th, a consolidated letter goes to the Department of Economic Affairs in Ministry of Finance, giving entire data. Under it, it also says the commission charge. Commission is leveled based on the whether it's a digital payment or it is done by physical payment. Physical payment comes with a check and drafts. Rest are
Okay.
digital. But here I'll stop you for a minute because RBI continuously first they refused because they were asked within 48 hours to reply right through the process. They were saying it is not a correct thing. And secondly, they were by amending the RBI Act, they were taking the power of RBI for the currency. Because what is the electoral bond is like a currency,
Yeah.
you know,
Absolutely.
because no name, nothing is there. They said,
Absolutely. For the viewers, let me just sum up the thing again before asking my next question. Is that the electoral bonds was introduced by the Modi government through a budget in 2017. The bonds were a way for political parties to receive money through anonymous donors. The donors would have to reveal their identity to the bank while making the bond purchase, but the identity would not be revealed on the bond itself. So the political parties could accept the money, were being able to accept the money without being required to reveal who gave it to them. So it was a scheme with much opacity and zero transparency. And that's why my next question is,
no,
if
I want to clear it to your mind. You know, when you say they can buy it, they say we sell it through the KYC.
yeah.
If I want to buy, do KYC and buy it. Since it is a, like a bearer, it's a, like a currency note,
Hmm.
X buy it, he can hand over to Y with some profit margin. Y can
Hmm.
convert his black money or her black money, and by time reach political party, it could, I mean, it could change many hands and a lot of
Yeah.
black money could be generated. But there was a catch in this that which was also exposed by one of the journal of the Queen. Each of the bonds sold has a hidden number, serial number, which you
Okay.
can't see with naked eye. So that could be seen under the UV light.
Okay.
So when this was exposed, finally government had to issue a press release. In fact, it was Indian Express journal who wrote this to government because it's all on my file.
Hmm.
And they have
But
very valid reason that suppose I buy it, how
hmm.
we know that document if there is no number, accounting, auditing, plus somebody make a forged or other document. So when somebody buys it,
Hmm.
it's recorded. And when you go and deposit in a bank, that
Yeah.
number is verified. So it's
Okay.
only the State Bank of India knows who buys and who is which political party got it. And
Yeah.
political party member can easily say there's no name, I don't know. Like we said, you can put in the letterbox or you can put it under the door.
No one
It's
would
a
know.
different matter, they will know. It's a different matter that if you are giving in a 1 crore, as of today, around 16,500 crores sold from the
Hmm.
first batch to last
Ji.
batch, of which 94.67% or 68% are sold in denomination of 1 crore value each. So who is
Yes.
buying it? Next question comes. So the backdoor linkage will be made between a political party and donor.
Yes.
Who is paying in
Also,
crores of?
sir, your data, the data that you obtained itself, it showed that from 2018 till December 2020, the sale of electoral bonds of 1,000 denomination was just 0.1%, and 1 crore denomination was 94.41%, and a lot of
Even
money
today,
has changed. A lot of money has changed hands, but my question particularly is, has this Supreme Court judgment came a little late, because already the money as we speak has gone to the political parties from anonymous donors? So is it a little late?
you see, better than, I mean, the judgment is better than late, because what was going to happen now in this election,
Ji.
I, I'll, I think I just sent you one my yesterday's tweet. In fact, I released this morning, which gives
Yeah.
how much money in 22 financial year 22-23 has been uh, this have been bought sale of the electoral bond, which was about 2,800 crore, for which 3 days ago or 4 days ago you were reading in the media that out of which 1,300 rupees, nearly 1,300, gone to the BJP, which makes it
Yes.
54%. So I
54%.
decided
Yes.
to do, let me do the 23-24 data also. So
Hmm.
yesterday I did and sent it on the tweet that now it was
Hmm.
around 4,000 crore.
Hmm.
That is there in the tweet,
Okay.
exact amount is there. So how much now you can get it? But if you see my various stories, tweets, and all, I've been little worried for last 2-3 months, because one of the page of the paper which I have from the GA
Hmm.
file, which gives you the complete detail of between 2008 2020, which date what election was going, EBs was sold, when permission was taken from the election commission. If that was
Okay.
there, it was clear that this government, I mean, will follow the same channel, because they get 30 days extra, which they can distribute into installment 5 days, 10 days. Their choices at the government. If the election is
Hmm.
coming, they could have started even in end Feb,
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
you
Hmm.
know,
Hmm.
and then
So
they could have
you're
come
still
on March.
optimistic, you're still optimistic about this decision today.
Yeah, it's better than nothing, because so far whatever the money gone, 16,005, some 500 crore, that's gone.
Hmm.
Even this
Ji.
23, 24 till January, I told you
Hmm.
data. Why I didn't say full financial March? Because there were chances this government will open up in February. March to positively sale would have taken place because of the rule of 30 days extra.
Yes,
And
we
then
saw the news.
April is a normal sale of 10 days. So
Yeah.
they had clear 40 days to sale in next 2-3 months. Then imagine,
Hmm.
and that is time when the election is going on. It's a huge, huge donations.
Huge.
So we have saved it.
Yeah.
Next question.
So, just towards the end of the interview, because you have been explaining in much detail this entire thing, and you can go on and on, because the amount of data and the information you have, this conversation may not even end throughout the night. But I just want to know about this. Now that the Supreme Court has called this electoral bond scheme unconstitutional, uh, how do we ensure? What do you suggest? What can be the way ahead for ensuring transparency in political campaigning or political financing, so to say?
So let me start with that. If you were part of that, I mean, you heard that hearing going on in on 31st October, 1st and 2nd November. Same issue was there, where
Hmm.
the government said, should we go back to the old system of
Ji.
now with declaring all that amendment to the Finance Bill Acts as unconstitutional, we have today landed up in the same stage exactly in 2017 before the budget was. As of
Okay.
today, we are there. That means
Yeah.
as of today, the system will be the same. There, at least if you up to 20,000, if it was cash, you were not to declare. But everything over 20,000 money received under donation was names were given.
Hmm.
You
Hmm.
see,
Hmm.
and similarly, there was an electoral trust. But here it was
Okay.
too dangerous when the subsidy of a foreign country come, they can influence our decisions, and at least that
Hmm.
stops. But
So you're
also
saying
in that,
the old
the
system
Supreme
was
Court kept
fault?
telling government to come out with a scheme. So let
Yeah.
us wait
Yeah.
for government reaction, what they will do.
Hmm.
Which will have transparency as well as doing the black money, stopping the black money. On the other hand, we have found still government was very happy to have a physical instrument of payment, which is treated as a draft and a check. So I carried out a study on that also. We were still doing 45 to 44% of physical transaction, and
Okay.
remaining were in digital. They wanted another digital transaction so that we can follow the money trail. But this
Yeah.
government replied back to the governor of RBI, if that means our purpose is finished, because we want to keep the name of the donors secret. Why they have told now State Bank of India to provide data?
Okay.
This I have been saying, if you go for Google search my name, I have been saying that this decision of Supreme Court of India of 2nd November, instead of telling Election Commission, they should have directly told the State Bank, because they have the complete data. If
Right.
Election Commission asks the data from them in a sealed cover,
Hmm.
even when they give it to Supreme Court, they also don't know what is inside,
Right.
because a sealed cover coming. The instruction given to double seal cover first thing.
So
So
you're saying
at
the
that stage,
Supreme
I am
Court.
saying they will say we don't know who is the donor, because it was political party was very legitimate or legally can
Yeah.
say. So now they have told State Bank of India to give the data by particular date and supply
Certainly.
it to Election Commission, who will put it on the website.